My video for May 8th, 2019 is video number 3079. The title is, "And Now for the Rest of the Story." Yes, that's the line used often by Paul Harvey, the famous radio journalist who died 10 years ago. It's what comes to mind as I sit here and reflect on what I learned last night. I shared recently about meeting the guy on the elevator who looked up at me with surprise and confusion. He thought I was the tall man who died in the apartment complex. I had pictured another man I had seen from time to time. I don't know why I miss stuff like that, but I just have to delete one letter. I was wrong. It was the very man who sat at the same table as me week after week, going on 2 years. The lady who regularly sat between us was as shocked as me to learn it was Robert who had died. For both of us, it was a melancholy evening as we listened to music celebrating the Mexican holiday of Cinco de Mayo, or May the 5th in English. Like many in the complex, he watched TV. The internet was foreign to him. He often gave me catalogs to order things, and I told him again and again that I did not need catalogs. I had the internet. He did not get that at all, and kept sliding catalogs under my door. Well, he won't be doing that anymore. How much longer will I be doing what I do? That part of the story has yet to be told. Yes, I was very surprised. Every Monday night, for a long time now, I go to hear music in the apartment complex. There's several tenants in not only this apartment, but the adjacent apartment building. They come over and we listen to music together. And it's usually the lady that hosts it, usually selects a holiday to celebrate. And of course, it was the 6th of May. And I'm recording this on the 7th of May for the 8th of May, just so that you get the sequence correct. But in any case, we learned that it was Robert that died. And I mean, that came as a total shock to me. And then when my friend came down, I'm always there ahead of her, and told her that it was Robert, I mean, we were both dumbfounded by the idea that the man who had sat between us is no longer going to be doing that. In fact, 2 weeks ago, he had called her and said he wouldn't be coming to the music that night because he just wasn't feeling very well. And he didn't show up, and she didn't show up that night either. And the lady who hosts the meeting said, she must have notified Robert that she wasn't going to be there because he didn't show up that night either. And then he didn't show up the following week, and neither did she. She was gone for 2 weeks. And in any case, she was back last night, and we both learned last night that he was gone. And I learned that he had 2 cars, not one, but 2, but he rarely drove. He would always be tinkering with the car parked in the apartment complex lot. But he also had another car that he parked not far from there. I didn't know that till last night. It was my friend that told me that. But as I said, he often gave me catalogs. Sometimes he'd slide 2 catalogs under my door. And I got to the point, truthfully, where I would just take out the staples and throw them put them to be recycled. I didn't even bother going back and saying, stop doing that, because he never paid attention to that. And maybe that's a senior a senior thing. I don't know, but as I said, I live on the internet. I don't watch TV. I had the TV on 2 times since I've lived here, and that's it. Uh, folks, we never know what life is going to bring us. I had no idea that Robert would be gone. He didn't seem like he was in ill health. He really didn't. And apparently he was dead for a while because the neighbors started noticing a smell coming from that apartment. And the police came, I guess it was last Thursday, and that's when it was reported that there was this bad smell in the hallway near his apartment. And of course, he was found on the floor, I assume, on the floor, dead. Anyway, we never know. We never know. I'm going to continue making videos as long as I can. I still feel reasonably healthy. I do have symptoms from time to time that bother me. I am trying to put magnesium oil on my feet now, although sometimes it makes my feet itch, and I don't know what that is, but it's annoying and sometimes keeps me from getting sleep. So this is not a very important message. I still wait for the news of the RV. It was supposed to be announced again the beginning of this week. It's now Tuesday. It wasn't announced yesterday. There was no new news. There's supposedly people in Las Vegas, of all places, waiting to be paid. And there's an interesting video, channeled message that most of us don't have any idea what to do with wealth if it comes to us suddenly. And that's probably true. So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I've been hearing the RV is imminent for a long time now, for 3 years plus. No, I guess it's 3 years in June next month. It'll be 3 years since I purchased some alternative currency. Anyway, I chuckle because, life is such a mystery, and so many things surprise us and so many things disappoint us, at least me. Thank you, folks, for listening, and namaste.